think I'm live. I'm not sure, but I think I'm good. Welcome to again another episode of Daily Motivation. 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over and over again till they become habit. And yes, I am on the Rich Fontaine business page, so we'll be doing these lives here from now because I had some issues with Facebook and my videos, so we're going to be doing them here. And adversity is going to happen to you, so it's a part of it. So please, if you haven't already, please follow this page so you can catch up with all these videos. And please like, please share, please comment. I hope you missed me. I missed you too. I'm glad to be back. Now, one of the topics I wanted to talk to you about today is 3 reasons if you have recently lost your job because of the economy, because of the virus, because you got fired for different reasons. It doesn't really matter. If you lost your job, 3 reasons why you should rejoice. Which sounds crazy because I know at this time, and I've been there before many times, where things just seem very, very daunting. And you feel like this dark cloud is over you because you don't know what the future holds. You have no idea what's going to happen. And it's scary to be in this limbo period where you don't know what's going to come next. But there is a reason to rejoice beyond the unknowingness of tomorrow. The 3 reasons why you should rejoice if you have recently lost your employment is, number 1, I've learned this and I learned this the hard way. It leads to something better. It always leads to something better. In my life, I've been let go from 5 different positions. From my whole life, spanning from the time I started working at 12 years old, all the way up to age 35 now. And each time I got let go from a job, each time I was fired, each time I was pushed out of the door, so to speak, it always led to something better. It always led to something better. Prime example, I worked for T-Mobile. I probably shouldn't say the name. I worked for a cell phone company during my time while I was going to college. And at the time, I remember my junior year, I was bogged down. I was stressed out because I was working, almost 35 plus hours a week, almost a full-time worker, as well as going to college full-time trying to get an engineering degree. It was very, very difficult. And I remember times being stressed and, asking God, I don't know how I can handle this. It's just too much. My boss is getting on my nerves. I'm frustrated every day, the whole 9 yards. But that's why you should rejoice. They let me go. And when they let me go, I was stressed about it. But I was actually able to concentrate more on school, which helped me graduate faster, actually, the next semester. The following semester, from the time I was let go, I was able to focus more on school, plus I was receiving unemployment, right? So they were actually paying for my school. They actually paid for my last semester through school because I was getting unemployment checks. Hey, Marilyn. And at first, I was so stressed because I was like, man, where's my money going to come from? And I was just used to having a job. I'm going to pay for my apartment, all these things. But in retrospect, getting that unemployment helped me pay for my apartment and still work full-time in school and focus on school solely, which helped me graduate. See, something always better. Each time I got let go from one company, just to find out a year and a half later, that company tanked into the ground. I'm like, oh, thank goodness they let me go. Because I would have been unemployed anyway. See, we look for security in jobs, but when these economical things happen and life hits us, it's a great way to understand that security was put into the wrong place. Which leads me to number 2. This is a growth period. This is a growth period. That's why you should rejoice. My mentor Les Brown said to me once, he said, if you don't handle it with grace, it'll stay in your face. If you don't handle it with grace, it will stay in your face. So you have to rejoice and know that I'm growing through this. He asks, like, are you going through this or are you growing through this? It's a big key. So number 2 reason is why you should rejoice is because no longer you're a bird in the cage. Most likely you are meant to do something more. You're meant to do something bigger. Or you're meant to do something different. Or you're meant to be an entrepreneur, do something on your own. I remember my father, he had an issue with his employer before he started entrepreneurship. And I remember he got home one day, he was so upset because, you know, he's a physician, and the hospital he was at wanted him to peddle drugs. Was like, hey man, he's like, well, this person doesn't really need these pills, like, just give it to him anyway. And him being an ethical man himself, he said, I can't do this. I can't work for somebody else. So he ended up starting his own company, which led him to be, you know, he's been an entrepreneur for the last 6-7 years, able to sustain a good income where my mom works for him, so she doesn't even work no more, and he's able to provide for her after he left the job he was in. He was meant to do something more. He was meant to do something bigger. So what are you doing? You're no longer a bird in the cage. They literally open the cage door for you and let you free. The thing about freedom is it's autonomy, and autonomy is scary. Freedom is scary. You know, it's reminding me of the story of the man who was supposed to face the firing squad. This is a Les Brown story he told me. And the day he was supposed to face the firing squad, the captain came to him and said, hey, either you could A, tomorrow morning, face the firing squad, or B, you could walk out of that door right there. And he said, what's out of the door? He said, no one knows. And the man chose to take the firing squad. And after the shots rang out, one of the lieutenants went to the captain and said, sir, I was curious. What's outside that door? And the captain said, freedom. Freedom. I love this quote from Abraham Hicks. He said, we are so free we get to choose bondage. We are so free we get to choose bondage. See, freedom is it. And sometimes when you let go, it's just the universe saying you're ready to be free. And reason number 3, the number 3rd reason why you should rejoice, why this is not a sad time. Believe me, I've been in bed, not wanting to get out of bed for these times like this. So I'm trying to help you because I've been there before. I've been there before, and it sucks. But the 3rd reason why you should rejoice, is because it pushes your hunger. It pushes your hunger. It starts to produce a relentless attitude that will help catapult you to further things in life. It pushes you harder and further in life because of the trial and the tribulations. Remind me of a story. I can't remember where I heard the story. It's either from Think and Grow Rich or James Allen's As a Man Thinketh. I can't really remember because so many books are starting to get jumbled. But it was a story about 2 men, and they both get fired and let go from a job. And they both start going out, applying, applying. Where one man, after about a couple of months, said, man, there's nobody hiring. This is ridiculous. And so he gets depressed and starts going to the bottle. And starts having issues with his wife, and issue with his kids, and issue with his relationships. And just gives up. And he's upset, and he's mad at the world. And he blames the government, and he blames society, he blames his upbringing, he blames God. And he's just angry. While there's another man that regardless, even though he couldn't find the job, he kept going out. He started telling people, I work for free. They're like, well, we're not hiring right now. He's like, don't even hire me. I work for free. I just need to do something. I need to stay busy. I just need to be out and about. I just can't stay home because the home will depress me. I need to be out and about. I need to be moving. I need to get relentless. And that fervor, that energy actually got him a job while everyone around him couldn't find work. And I tell you this because this happened to me. I remember in 2012 when I graduated school, nobody was hiring. Everyone was saying, well, we're not hiring right now. Sorry, thank you for your application. We're not hiring right now. And I told the guy, I was relentless with it. I said, listen, I'll come in for free. He said, really? I was like, yeah, I just want to shadow. Which led me to an interview for somewhere else. And the guy, I sent him a thank you letter and said, hey, I just want to thank you for meeting me. And the guy said, well, hey, I appreciate you sending me this thank you letter because other people weren't doing it. See, other people weren't relentless. They weren't doing it. So he said, okay, cool. He said, thank you for the thank you letter. And I responded back to him, I'm glad you received it well. So when do I start? I sent it to this guy. And he emails me back and says, LOL, I like you. And I ended up hiring me. Why? Because I was the only one with the upbeat attitude. While everyone was bogged down with their shoulders low, thinking, oh, nobody's hiring, there's no opportunities, nothing's happening for me. I got up every day. I promise you, even when I wasn't working, I used to get up every day and put on my suit. And put on my dress clothes like I was going to work. Why? Because I wanted to stay busy. I wanted to keep that energy. Even though they didn't hire me yet, I didn't want my energy to get low. I wanted to keep my energy high. So when the opportunity came, I still got the upbeat attitude. Hey, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to work. Let's do this. And that always led me to a better place. So 3 reasons. Again, 3 reasons why you should rejoice if you got let go from a position. Number 1, there's always something better. The next doors, God closes doors for the better one to open. God closes doors for the better one to open. Number 2, you're experiencing the freedom. You're no longer a bird in a cage. This is the opportunity that you've been asking for to do what you want to do. Not do what you think you should do. Not think what society says you should do, but what you were born to do. This is the time. Times like these are the time to follow your purpose. And number 3, the third reason, which I love the most, is to get you that hunger. It gets you back in that fire. Because sometimes you work a job, you get complacent. You do the same things over and over again. You get cool. You're like, okay, I've already mastered this. I'm giving you the bare minimum. This gets you hungry again. This gets you that fire in your belly again to say, you know what? I'm going to do something new. I'm going to do something great. Nobody's going to beat me. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm moving forward. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to crush the game. And those affirmations and that energy pushes you further into more things and bigger, better things later in life. Again, I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this. Miriam, Jasmine, everyone else, I really can't see you, so I apologize. But I do appreciate you taking your time to watch this, if you watch this now or watch this later. So again, this is Rich Fontaine. Either you can agree with me or not agree with me, or either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. Love is love. I appreciate all of you. I hope this served you well. Trust me, I've been there before. If you watch this and you're like, man, Rich, I can't be upbeat like you are. Trust me, when I got fired, I was in bed. I was sick. But then it led me to way bigger and better things. It leads me and still leading me to bigger and better things. I love all of you. I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Please like, please share, please comment. Namaste.